Ready when you are, Caron.
All right, countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Hello everyone, I'm Caron Butler. At the moment, our country are dealing with two viruses, COVID-19 and systemic racism.
To try and bring in Caron Butler. You know him as Tough Juice here. Caron.
What's up, brother? How you doing?
There was no better person to kick this day off with than you, Caron. You've been making so much of an impact in the community. If I could just start by asking you, what does Juneteenth mean to you, especially amidst everything that's been going on in our, not just our country, but really around the world?
Well, it means everything to me just because, you know, I grew up, you know, recognizing that Juneteenth Day was a national holiday.
You missed the Juneteenth right now.
Oh, bro. I was shocked when everybody else didn't celebrate it.
As far as I can remember, we've been celebrating Juneteenth Day. I've always celebrated this special day, and it consisted of, you know, basketball games, me participating in them, you know, from the junior league to, you know, even as an adult. It was like the biggest stage. And also like the Juneteenth Day pageant where they brought out, you know, excellence in Black royalty. You know, the Juneteenth Day Queen, the Juneteenth Day King. I always wanted to be that, never got it. It's just, you know, a reflection on the culture. And I think that the same way you look at the 4th of July is the same way that, you know, Black America look at Juneteenth. It's important now to see that everyone is engaged, and this one is special because everyone's gonna take this day, hopefully, to educate themselves.
Yeah, just, you know, just be informed and educate yourself properly on, you know, the history of all things and, you know, the history that you wasn't taught. And I think that if we're all socially engaged and understanding that, you know, Mike, you my brother, and I know I'm your brother, and we love each other genuinely. We work together. We have a work rapport as well. But I think that when I hurt and you see that I'm hurt from something, that it's important, and me and you are different shades of color, but we're still brothers. But you know that I hurt, and that's the empathy in you.
I also reached out to the NBA family, you know, Adam Silver, some of the execs over there, a lot of the owners in the association that I have great relationships with, and just said that it's important for us to make sure that this conversation is at the top of all conversation. We just wanted to make sure that, as we've seen for centuries, trauma getting swept under the rug and going unaddressed. We did not want it to go unaddressed. We wanted to shine light on it, as Kareem would say. Racism is real. Racism does exist. It's like dust in the air, and you don't see it unless you shine light on it. And we wanted to be the light.
What's up, brother?
What does it mean to you?
Yeah, obviously it means freedom, but it means so much more. It means the legacy of Black people in this country. You know, just last year we celebrate or recognized the 400th anniversary since the unwilling and unlawful arrival of enslaved Africans on the shores of Jamestown, Virginia. But I think what Juneteenth means is where we go from that moment, from June 19th, 1865, where we are now, where do we need to be going?
Yeah. What about yourself, Chief?
Man, for me, it's like Independence Day, but a customized version, right? It's like we never really had our 4th of July, right? And so even though we can celebrate that day as Americans, Juneteenth gives us an opportunity to really reflect on the transition from slavery to freedom. And it's customized, it's personal, right? So it's like Independence Day for the people who, you know, didn't get to land on Plymouth Rock.
When you talk about the state where we at right now, and you're down here to, you know, push the vote and push that initiative and all those things, what would you say to the listeners and viewers that, you know, aren't informed, that don't know the importance of getting out there and making sure that they vote and keeping this momentum?
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up, because a lot of people feel like their vote doesn't count, and it's that feeling. It's intentional. There are a lot of people who want you to feel like your vote doesn't count, but the people who make the choices about what wages will be, who has access to health care, all those issues that I talked about before, those choices are made by people in elected office. And, you know, you may not think your vote matters, but trust me, there are millions of other people who know the power of their vote, and they exercise their right to vote, and they're not going to let up, and they're counting on you to feel like your vote doesn't count.
Absolutely.
Same thing in the 60s, you know, a lot of people don't even understand. My parents lived through a period of time where they couldn't vote, right? So at our house, man, we make it a point to vote. Midterms, presidential years, local elections, it's all important, right? So we think if we pick the right person for the White House, we've our civic duty is done. That's just 1 year. We need to make it very plain that you need to be voting for city council. You need to be voting for every office that's elected. Mayors, governors, lieutenant governor, everything.
Thank y'all for having this discussion and enlightening and informing. And I think that this is extremely powerful, man. Let's move the needle on some things.
Man, we appreciate you.
Appreciate
Thank you for doing this. This is important. You know, a lot of people look up to you and need to hear this.
Thanks, bro. We're headed over right now to Gateway Technical College, where a lot of people was, you know, summoned to start the march. And, you know, it's just a peaceful Juneteenth Day march where, you know, a lot of collectives come together, march peacefully for, you know, our history, our culture. We recognize that wrongdoing has happened in the Black and brown community. So we'd be like, man, that's bogus. But like, universally it's not recognized as wrongdoing. But now you see like white America like that ain't right. And that's the difference this time from all the other times, I feel. I really do feel that way. For the first time, they like, we're gonna do this together.
Racine, welcome. How y'all doing? Oh man, y'all must feel like me, not free. That ain't sound like a freedom cheer right there. Happy Juneteenth Day. Oh, okay, some people feel free now. Okay. What we're gonna do in symbolism is when we get to 14th Street and we round the corner, we'll see a sea of allies and supporters that will be waiting to join us in unity and solidarity and strength and action. Why we decided to start right here at the bottom, because you have to climb a hill to get to the top. So I think that in this season, we recognize that we're at the bottom as Black Americans. But I believe that there's a shift in the atmosphere that allows us to get to the top right now. But it's on us to push through. This is a time to renew our strength and rise ourselves up. I see shirts that say, I can't breathe, Black Lives Matter. If they really matter, why aren't we fighting for them? If they really matter, why aren't we fighting for them? No justice!
No peace!
No justice!
No peace!
No justice!
No peace!
No racist!
Police!
No justice!
No peace!
But I just wanted to stop right here because I grew up right here. And I grew up with somebody else right here. And so to be right here right now with the person that I grew up with and see the name right here and see everything that we're going through as Black Americans in the United States of America. Freedom ain't free. It ain't free. People fought and died for the sign. I don't understand how we're not strengthening ourselves to push on through when we know it's possible. When we standing at the sign, how we not pushing ourselves? But better yet, how are we not pushing the systems? You know what I'm saying? I just want to see if my man want to say a word or two. Caron Butler.
Swerk. Hey, how y'all doing? I think it gotta be specific solutions and call of duties when you protest and march. The youngsters out here on the front line, we appreciate y'all. But know why you here. Educate yourself. Understand systemic oppression. Understand the history of oppression as black people in this country. Understand what people sacrifice for us to have the right to exercise our right to vote. Understand how important that is. Know why you're here. For the older people that can vote, talking to Lieutenant Governor Barnes today, this vote period is the most important of our lifetime. But shit start up top and it runs downhill. But the shit at the bottom, at surface level, at grassroots, we gotta address that. These elected officials that's in these positions that don't address our concerns, that shit gotta go. It gotta go. Real talk, make some noise. Now isn't the time to be politically correct. Now isn't the time to get discouraged by when you come out and vote for your alderman, when you vote for your mayor, who isn't here today, MIA. And a lot of people say it's because of social distancing. I saw that it was a memorial for the fallen officer, God rest his soul. But they wasn't practicing social distancing. Call them out on their shit. I need help. How many black millionaires you know get on the front line and even say what I'm saying right now?
Right.
With unapologetic.
Yes.
Because I don't give a shit.
Right.
Because it's the truth. This was a special moment for me, but it came bittersweet. As we were celebrating this moment, it was a kid laying up the street dead.
Yes. Yes. True.
It was a kid laying up the street dead. And that shit bit like 1,000 months.
Yes.
I had no idea that it was a man that looked like me, that looked like my son, was laying on that street.
Speak, brother.
And it hurt. And what I would say to all y'all right now is that take care of yourself. Take care of each other and love each other. Black, white, and everything in between. The last thing is that this thing is becoming a trend with seeing people that look like us on the pavement. AHMAUD ARBERY, devastating. It hit. And I think that for us to really understand what's happening in America right now, every 3 seconds, as I was giving this speech, every 3 seconds in the United States of America, somebody is having a police encounter. Every 3 seconds, as I repeated myself, it's been an encounter. That's 14.5 million encounters a year. How many of those result in a bad way? Think about it.
Too many.
So understanding that and knowing that, I'm gonna challenge y'all to police your habits, police your mannerisms, and police your thoughts. Know your civil rights, but also know that the police, law enforcement have civil immunity. Do y'all know what that is? That means they will not be tried like you and me. Civil immunity means that I can shoot you down right now and walk out and probably work tomorrow until justice takes its course. If we right here, right now, at Caron Butler Drive in Roosevelt Park, and it's a bag of something on the ground,
Say that.
all of us going to jail.
Say that.
And we are guilty till proven innocent. And it's different.
And they gonna take all the time.
and they're gonna prosecute. They don't expedite us, but they're gonna take their time with theirs. So understand that. I love y'all, and I shot this straight from the hip, and I need y'all support to rally around. Make sure y'all get out there and vote. Held everybody accountable, including myself. And I just want to say, Kyle, Corey, NAACP, I'm proud of y'all, because this is power. This is power. Thank you. So everybody know the story of the officer that made the split decision and treated me like a human being that had empathy in the moment of the drug raid 20 plus years ago. I'm here to surprise him for his 60th birthday, Sergeant Rick Geller's house, so this is gonna be crazy. Rick Geller, I'll never forget, it seemed like he just had a different connect. He was looking at my body language. He was looking at, you know, like, you don't fit the description of the person they say sold drugs out this house today. And all those things. And he was like, are you in school? Do you work? And he was just really asking questions, treat me like a human being. First time I ever had that experience like that. Rick Geller went to the side, he talked to his superior, he actually radioed in to someone, and he came back, asked me a couple more questions, and then uncuffed me. That moment changed my life forever, because immediately I was already doing positive, but I ended up going to prep school. I ended up going to college. I ended up going to the NBA after that. That afforded me the opportunity because I was seen, and a lot of other things happened from that moment.